Hello, learners. Welcome to our Java pattern program video. In this video, we'll cover 3 different programs with detailed explanations. Question 1. Write a Java program to print the following pattern. Here's the program, followed by an explanation of how it works. In this program, there are 3 for loops. One outer loop, that is I loop, and 2 nested loops. Outer loop is for number of rows. There are 5 rows, so the outer loop runs with I from 1 to 5. In each row, the spaces and numbers are arranged based on the value of I. For example, when I is equal to 1, that means first row there are 5 spaces before the number 1. This is achieved by setting j from I to 5. When I is equal to 2, that means the second row there are 4 spaces before 1, 2, as j now runs from 2 to 5, creating the correct spacing. As I increases, the spaces decrease accordingly. For I is equal to 3, that means the third row we have 3 spaces before 1, 2, 3. For I is equal to 4, that means the fourth row there are 2 spaces before 1, 2, 3, 4. Finally, when I is equal to 5, that means the fifth row only 1 space precedes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because the value of j is 5 to 5, that means only 1 space. This pattern continues for each row, building a pyramid effect with decreasing spaces as each row progresses. Now that we've covered the spaces, let's focus on building the actual pattern. This is where the second nested j loop comes in. This loop is responsible for printing the numbers in each row. For I is equal to 1, the j loop runs once, printing 1. When I is equal to 2, j runs twice, printing 1, 2. For I is equal to 3, the j loop runs 3 times, printing 1, 2, 3. This process continues, with each row displaying an additional number as I increases. Essentially, for every row, the j loop runs from j is equal to 1 up to the current value of I, forming the desired sequence like a growing triangle. Moving on to the second program. In this program, we'll modify the pattern by adding a space between each element. To achieve this, we simply adjust the second nested j loop. Inside the j loop, we'll print j followed by a space by writing j plus. This adds a space after each number, creating the spaced out pattern. After completing the nested j loop for each row, we write system.out.println to move to the next line. This println command ensures that each new row appears on a separate line. With these changes, the output will look more spaced out and clear. Now let's move on to the third program. In this pattern, we are creating a pyramid where the numbers first increase from 1 up to a certain value and then decrease back down to 1, all centered to form a symmetric pyramid shape. Here's how we can achieve this pattern. The second inner loop is responsible for printing the numbers in increasing order, from 1 up to I. This creates the left half of each row. Inner loop 3, for descending number. The third inner loop prints the numbers in decreasing order, from I, 1 down to 1. Value of j is I. 1, so the value of j in the first row is 0. Value of j will be 1 in the second row, and in the fifth row value of j is 4.so, it will print 4 to 1. This completes the right half of the row, giving it a symmetric look. Line break. Finally, after each row, we use system.out.println to move to the next line for the next row of the pyramid. By combining these loops, we create a pyramid where each row has numbers increasing to the middle and then decreasing symmetrically. Thank you for watching. I hope this tutorial helped you understand how to create pyramid patterns in Java. If you found it useful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel for more tutorials on programming, math, and much more. Feel free to leave a comment below with any questions, or let us know what other topics you'd like to see. Keep practicing, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next video. Happy coding!